I think we might kick off then. Kia ora, everyone. Hello. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this evening for this really special masterclass with our award-winning chef, Jess Murphy from Kai Galway. For those of you who haven't met me before and couldn't guess from my trademarked apron, I am the Deputy Ambassador here at the Embassy, and my name is Farron, and I'm joined by my sous chef, Jack, who's going to do all the cooking while I sit back and relax pretty much. I'm really delighted to have so many great friends of Ireland joining us here tonight from across the country. And I think there are a few joining in from Ireland, including, I think, my mum. So you're all very, very welcome. It would be really lovely to hear from you, where you're from, how you're getting on. So make sure to say a little hello in the little chat function, and we'll have a good chat there. This event is in partnership with the Irish Mammies of New Zealand, who are the most wonderful group of supportive and talented women. So I'm really happy that we have a good number of volunteers join us and put their cooking skills to the test live on camera for us all to see. And I'm sure that Amy will share with us a little later on about what and who the Mammies are, and share with us some of the exciting news that they've had recently. Joining Amy up in Auckland, we have Jane and Clodagh joining in as well. In Taranaki, we have Louise. We have Orla in Kapiti and Maggie and Paddy in Timaru. Here in Wellington, alongside me and Jack, we have my colleague Teresa, who is our new Consular and Community Outreach Officer at the Embassy. Before I pass you over to Jess, if anyone is cooking along, please take a photo and either post online with the hashtag Chistin or email us into the Embassy. I think my colleague Rebecca is going to post into the chat just those details for you guys to have. And we have a really special Irish hamper just in time for Christmas and for the most picturesque photo that we receive. Now, I am really, really happy to introduce Jess, who I had the utmost pleasure of meeting last March, just before lockdown and actually during lockdown. And she is by far one of the most talented chefs I know. She has won many, many awards, and I probably would spend the whole evening reciting them if I went through them, but these are a couple. She was Ireland's Chef of the Year in 2018. She was Blanna Heron's champion producer, and most recently she won the UK and Ireland inaugural Michelin Green Star. Her restaurant Kai has also the very impressive Bib Gourmand from Michelin. And the thing that I really, really love about Jess, on top of her amazing cooking skills, is that she has a seriously big heart, and she works with the UN Refugee Agency since 2017, and is currently pulling together a really exciting cookbook that I'm sure she'll tell us a little bit and give us a sneak peek into. I will be keeping an eye on the Q&A, so if you have any questions for Jess or for us cooking along, please pop them in. And now over to the cooking and to you, Jess. Thanks a million.
Hi everyone, good morning or good evening. I hope everybody's got like a nice glass of New Zealand Chardonnay in front of them. Also, if the recipe doesn't work out, don't tag me, okay? Right. Yeah, so it's just great to be here, and I'm going to actually start with the pastry because this is the hardest part of the actual apple tart. What I really love about the apple tart is that Cafe Rua in County Mayo, which is one of my favorite cafes, their mum Anne always sends me or DHLs me an apple tart in the post from Mayo to Galway in lockdown. So I'm basically making this because it reminds me of Anne, and Anne is such a legend. And when the apple pie gets delivered, Anne is straight on to me saying, where the hell is the cake base, the tart tin base, because I need that back. So I just love it. She's just such a girl boss. But I'm going to start with the flour, and I'm going to start rubbing the butter into the flour. But if you have a food processor, you can chuck all this in all at the same time. But I just thought I'd do it the old-fashioned way because you're clearly in lockdown and everybody's got a lot of time to kill. I don't know about you. Everyone's gone mad baking. So we were in lockdown for 7 months over here, as you know. So everybody started making sourdough and what else was it? Banana bread.
Oh, banana bread.
Banana bread up the wazoo. Everybody, there was so much banana bread being made. It was left on doorsteps and everything. Like, it was terrible. But yeah, so the apple tart is a nice change from the old lockdown average baking. What's everybody baking over there in lockdown? Is there a big baking trend in New Zealand with lockdown?
Not one that I'm aware of. I'm aware of everybody struggling to try and have kids at home and only the odd baking. Lucky enough to have some friends that are great bakers, and I get to see lots of photographs. In the past, I would have got to go there and enjoy those cakes.
Yeah. Well, it is tough, especially having all the kids at home, I suppose. I don't have kids myself, but I mean, it's just tough mentally, I think, to be able to get out and go for a walk. Here we were kind of confined to a 5K radius around the house, so which was quite full on here. But yeah, we all made it through. We'll get there. So I've just gathered them into breadcrumbs, you know, like a scone. Or posh people say scones. And then we're going to add the sugar. So that's just 40 grams of sugar. Cast of sugar there. Okay, can you just check that? I think I've got an egg in here as well.
Yeah.
So mix it, and it'll start coming together.
2 eggs.
2 eggs, right. So it'll start coming together like that. Okay, so we make a well in the center. And then we add 2 eggs.
Jess, did we have to preheat an oven?
Yes. Sorry.
Whoops.
What?
That was a given.
Oh yeah, to what?
180 degrees.
Fine.
I've got mine on 185. But if you want to speed it up and just get it on 190 and then drop it down to 185.
We got a few, them's my kind of instructions from Sharon.
That's one thing I always used to get trouble with the Irish time. So like, what do you do next? And I was like, I just thought people would know how to separate eggs.
Sorry, Jess. So were the eggs? I got distracted by the oven.
Okay.
Do the eggs? So do I crack both the eggs into the mix now?
To your pastry, yeah, and you'll see it come together.
Jess, how much flour and butter was that? Was about
225 grams of butter and 350 grams of white flour.
Oh, I had 375 grams of white flour.
Listen, don't panic. It'll still work.
Okay.
All hope is not lost.
This is not a chemical, well, it kind of is, but you'll get there. You should be at a kind of bally stage. Yeah. Everyone at a ball stage?
Ours
Paula, I can see that little hand going flat stick.
I'm kind of dying.
Look, if you need more flour and stuff like that, if you need more flour or whatever to stick it into a ball, you're going to. Our flours are different. So, you know, it depends on what flour you're using as well.
See what happens.
Okay. Well, ladies, when your balls are ready, just show me, because then I'll be able to know.
Everybody show me your balls.
Show me your balls. I'll be able to help you out.
Kiwi, show me your balls.
Don't be rude, everybody. Control yourself.
She meant of pastry.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, my balls are ready.
My bowl is very wet. Is it supposed to be quite wet?
Just add a bit more flour to it.
Clodagh, I think you need to put a wee bit more flour in, because we did.
Yeah, I haven't baked in a long time. Okay.
Clodagh, it's definitely the flour as well, because you know, like I'm using like a strong flour from a mill in Wexford. So
Yeah, I'm using Australian, so it's probably not great.
terrible. Oh, you've got a nice ball. Everybody else? Cool, great. Your ball's coming together, Amy. Clodagh, how are you getting on? Precious for tyres, Clodagh, don't worry about it. Orla, how are you getting on? Jack?
No comment over here.
Jack, how's your ball? Bring it
Bit more
together,
flair.
Oh, now we'll have to have a surface probably.
Oh, possibly. Oh, I love the Tato jumper in this one. Your ball is perfect.
Oh. So then we need a nice clean surface, I'm assuming, to roll it out.
A nice clean surface. Like I've got a wooden bench here, so I am. I'm just going to use 2 pieces of parchment.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut my ball in half. So I'll just wait for everybody to be ready.
Okay. Okay.
I just like the parchment because I can chill it down a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
How's everyone else getting on? Yes, you got it, Clodagh.
You kind of have ball.
Yep, Jack, very good. Make sure you just bring that ball together, Jack, and get stuck in there. Okay. So as you can see, and this is what we do in the restaurant too, like when we're in a hurry, just to prepare all this stuff in advance. So we would make pastry like this in advance and stick them between 2 pieces of parchment. The best thing about this is that you can keep it in the fridge for up to 3 days. And I'm just going to roll it out using my Jameson bottle because this is lockdown cooking, ladies, and I don't have a rolling pin. So can you see I'm just rolling this out into a nice kind of flattish shape.
So that's just one ball. Did you say cut it in half?
Half the ball.
Half the ball.
Half a ball, thank you.
Cut your balls in half and then roll out one, make it into another ball, make your other ball into another ball. So you have 2 balls. And then what we're going to do is roll it out. Right. We'll roll that out there. So then we have our pastry like that. Okay, nice and thin. Not too thin, you still want a bit of a crust. And I'm just going to do that again. So I'm going to repeat that with the other ball because that's going to be the top layer. I don't know if you're looking at our weather forecast, but I'm looking outside. It's like 100% rain.
Yeah, we've been having questionable weather in Wellington. It's a typical Irish spring for us guys over here. I don't know.
Oh, really?
In Auckland, what's the weather like?
I was just about to say there that it's the 15 minutes into a call with Ireland and it's the first time we've mentioned the weather. I think that's like a new record.
Oh yeah.
Normally it's the second question on any of those calls from Ireland. In Auckland, I am currently, it is humid and warm but wet, and yeah, it doesn't do good for the Irish hair at all. It just goes frizzy.
Yeah, no,
It's actually been wet for 4 days in a row.
Oh, really?
It's been yeah, they had a long weekend and it was absolutely horrendous weather.
How's it down in Timaru, Maggie? What are you getting these days?
I think we might have really mucked up with our cake, our pastry, because it's very wet. But
Add more flour. It's fine.
Yeah,
will I take it out, and should we take it out again? And
that's what it looks like at the moment.
Yeah, that's all right. You just chill it down. Have you got a top?
yeah. We're doing the top now.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's fine. You can just chill that down.
Okay, thank you.
That's it.
Weather-wise, it's yeah, no, we had a beautiful day. No, we're a bit stressed.
Lads, come on.
Gorgeous day in Timaru.
Yes, what kind of desserts do you usually serve in Kai? Is it a mixture? It's very seasonal, right?
Yeah, it's super seasonal. Like, so at the moment we have, like, we make ice creams and stuff like that and all our own sorbets. So at the moment we'd have, because we're going into autumn, it'd be a load of quince. We've got quince sorbet on at the moment, and then we've got chai ice creams and stuff like that. So yeah, it's all kind of like everything to do with apples and pears and quinces and persimmons and figs. Feijoas are in season over here. So we have the feijoas from France coming in. So we're quite lucky. And then we'll get feijoas for 3 weeks, I think. So I've already dropped one box off to Craft Cocktail guys in Dublin, because they're making some kind of cocktail with the feijoas and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Amazing. And they grow that in France, do they?
Yeah, it was just
Cool.
one thing I saw on the veg list, and it was like feijoas. I was like, they can't be the same. Like, you know, it can't be the same thing. So yeah, no, it was amazing. Hang on, I'm just going to get a tartan.
Louise, how's your pie coming along? Your pastry?
I'm on ketchup. I'm still rolling.
That's okay. Have you guys peeled all your apples? No, I haven't either. So I'm going to peel apples.
Oh, good.
We had quite a discussion about that earlier, because I was starting to peel them because I could only get the kids down, and I had to get everything done within the hour of getting the kids down. So yeah, they were giving me a bit of brief on that earlier.
So I've got a lovely Nicholas Moss oven dish here. I'm just going to butter and flour it to get my pastry in there. So try to roll out your pastry. If you roll it out and it's on your pastry table, just stick it in the fridge. Chill out for a bit.
Are we supposed?
Sorry?
Are we supposed to put the pastry in the fridge?
Yeah, just for 5 minutes.
I'm not going to ask that. Okay, great.
Apart from the ladies from, are you guys from, Maggie, are you from the South Island? Apart from the South Island ladies that have already gone ahead and lined their pastry dish, just chuck it in the fridge now, you're fine. Got the thumbs up there. Guess.
I have to admit, Jess, I've never made pastry before. I am one of those people who buys the pastry. So this
It's actually really easy though. Yeah.
seems really easy in comparison. Yeah.
Right,
So we
guys,
have
I
an
lost you there for a second.
Oh,
So
Are you
I
back?
have one sheet done. What do we do with the second ball? Then I'll catch up.
roll it out as well. Roll it out as well. And then you're gonna chuck them in the fridge just to chill out for 10 minutes, just to chill the pastry down. And then we're gonna prepare our apples.
Jess, can you only get cooking apples in Ireland?
Yeah, I think it must be a thing, because I always thought that we could get cooking apples everywhere. Because I remember my grandmother saying in New Zealand.
Yeah, we can. In the South Island, we can. We get them, obviously it's seasonal. They're just
big ones.
blossom now, but they're the big gnarly ones.
Yeah, they're the ones.
Yeah.
And my granny used to keep them in one of her drawers in newspaper. So.
Oh, okay.
But I went to go to Ernie's today, and Ernie's wasn't open at 7, so I'm just using normal kind of apple from the restaurant.
How dare he?
Yeah, same.
Yes, I have a quick question about pastry and the butter to use. Because is it true sometimes you use warm butter and sometimes it should be like as cold as possible?
Yeah, I mean it should be cold butter. It's not, because you're not creaming it,
right?
Either, but like also there's no drama in it if you chill the pastry down either.
Okay.
Like you can't really mess this one up.
You say that now. It's still early.
You say that, you don't know. You don't know us.
But it was really funny. Fran said like, "Oh, do you want to do a brack?" And I was like, "Oh my god, no!" Brack terrified me. And apple pie was like a lot more simpler. I don't think I've made a brack before. I made a tea brack, but not the Irish brack. So I was just like, I'll make an apple tart.
I think you would have scared half of us if you had.
Do we just slice the apples, Jess?
Yeah, just any which way, doesn't matter. The wonkier the better.
Yes, it's about 600. How many grams for the apples?
675.
So that's about, yeah, so that's about what, 6 or 7 apples.
And how big a pie dish do we need?
She says 7 apples.
Why? How
Let's
many
see
apples? Maggie, are you actually eating the apples? Are you guys eating the apples? Look.
No, that's Patty. She's eating the apples. I'm Maggie. No, she's.
Patty,
So how many did we need? How many did we need?
675 grams.
Perfect. That looks about right.
3 apples?
Is it 3 apples? Is somebody weighing it out there?
Yeah, no, I weighed it out. It was about 6.5 big apples.
Oh,
yeah,
here we go.
6 Granny Smith.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is everyone using their spag knives?
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't get them. Well, I did. I got them. But I got them, and then I had my daughter just bought her first home. So last year when they were doing it, so of course I lost the smeg knives and the beautiful smeg block holder to the first home buyers.
I read that the 8 claims basically related to smeg knives.
Sorry?
There was 80 ACC claims relating to the smeg knives.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Which is
They gave out 1.2 million
Wow.
knives in 3 months. 1.2 million knives were given away in 3 months. Jesus Christ, we can't give away 500 vaccines in 3 months. Don't mind smeg knives.
Vaccines and the weather, that's really hard as well.
Oh, Jess, it make you, yeah, let's not go down that path.
Well, we're all vaccinated over here, thank God, just about.
I know, yeah. But you were very lucky because you got the run out done. Like you started last December. We kind of didn't start until April or May. And then even then it was more the older generation in May, June.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've been on the slow boat, unfortunately.
Right, I can hear all the apples getting chopped.
All the apples are chopped.
Right.
Yeah.
Big bowl.
Oh, good.
Take our first sheet.
I've been doing a bit of cheating with this thing for the apple.
Oh, fantastic. That's a brilliant idea. I already have one of them, you know, Jack. I have one of them.
That's such a man thing.
What way can we make it simpler?
Yeah, exactly. Jack's obviously learning some Kiwi ingenuity over there.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're going to line our pastry dish with the bottom part. This dish is quite big, so It's not going up around, but that's okay because I'm going to slam a lid on there in a minute. So we're going to cut all our apples up and sprinkle them with sugar. Get them in our base. Patty and Maggie are like just sitting back, taking it easy, are you? Because you've got your Patties in the back doing the work there. Yep, done.
Are we putting the apples in the pie, Jess?
Yeah.
Right.
And do we leave the bottom layer of paper underneath?
Yeah, underneath. So now I'm just chopping these rough and ready in here because this is how Anne kind of makes the
we got to sugar them.
apple pies herself.
I'll do that for you. And sprinkle the sugar. Did we get any more?
Anyone on here from Mayo that loves? I think I saw a comment on it before. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah,
we did. We've seen Up Mayo a few times.
Yeah,
for Sam, I think.
Been flashing up.
Okay, and then we're sprinkling the sugar over the top.
Yeah.
All of the sugar?
Not all of the sugar, just a wee bit.
Okay, just a wee bit.
Yeah.
That's not. Oh, let's cast the sugar.
There's quite a bit of sugar.
That's enough. All right.
Yeah. Look, just if you're using Granny Smith's and a sweeter apple, and you're not using Bramley's, then you won't need as much sugar.
Okay.
Because apples will be sweet enough anyway. Mm-hmm. So just
this is the normal sugar, not the caster. Sorry, I wasn't sure.
Everybody's frozen, so I can't hear anyone anymore. Not sure what to do.
Okay. Louise, show me what are you up to with your pastry? No, I didn't line the pie dish with the paper at all.
Oh.
But it doesn't matter if you have, because you can still slice through it.
We buttered ours.
Yeah.
We just put a bit of butter on ours.
Yeah, so did I.
We have some Pro Bakers on the South Island there. So,
right. Here we go.
I'm just going to
Jess.
Yeah, that looks class.
Is this the caster sugar on these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just doing through.
That's a lot. Sugar.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
If you think it's a lot of sugar, then use, in Ireland, as they say, use your cop on, and if you want to put less in, you can, Right, and then we're going to do the bit of cinnamon on top, and then we're going to get the other layer, which we're going to take off the paper. Orla, don't show me up here. An ex-Kai staff member.
That's what? I'm already putting the paper underneath you. Stop. I'm showing you up, Jess.
All right, so just a sprinkling of cinnamon as well?
Yeah, and a bit of ginger.
A bit of ginger too. Wow.
Well, I mean, cinnamon, whatever you have. It doesn't matter.
Was there to be a few cloves, Jess?
Yeah, cloves if you like cloves. That's why I said any spices from the back of your pantry, really, because I didn't want you going out getting another random spice for the spice
Can I
cupboard.
just give a shout out to all the passenger drivers that are sitting in the background of these calls, directing us, like my partner?
Oh.
Okay, so now we've got the lid, ladies. Orla, you're sticking
Okay.
your head in crimping with your little carny hands.
I haven't got.
Jess, your hands are as small as mine. Back to the back.
Right.
Are we going?
Yep, go for it. We got some fine crimping from Charlieville there. Right.
Ours looks very homemade, I would have to say.
But that's a beauty. That's a beauty because we're all used to buying all this like perfectly made stuff from supermarkets and stuff, and it's just never the same.
Never the same as your mammy's.
No, exactly. So we've got the lid on. Okay, mine's looking pretty homemade as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna dot some little poke holes in it so it doesn't go, we don't get a super soggy top. So when it cooks down, it'll be a nice, amazing little sauce. Right, and I'm just going to brush the top with egg white. Well, not egg white, egg, sorry. Dave, you have to have a look who's on my Zoom call. Your birthday twin from Carpety. Oh.
He's gonna love it. Hi, Dave.
Do you remember that voice, Dave?
2 flat whites, please, Dave.
Dave's like, hold up there now. Okie dokie. How's everyone going? Are you all brushed your tops of the pies?
Just about to brush, but I don't have a brush.
Just about. Orla, where are you?
I'm putting holes in it. Look.
Here's Orla.
How's it going, King of Gavin?
How are you?
Not too bad. You?
Well, wasn't expecting to see you this morning.
Or was I expecting to see you, Dave?
No, I'm not allowed on the screen.
Dave's not part of the call.
No.
It's like a family reunion.
I know, yeah.
And I'm in the Hawke's Bay tomorrow, lads. I might give Jane a call.
Oh, have an ice cream for me. Eat all the peanut slabs.
No worries.
Oh, so I'm just like dusting the top then with a bit more sugar and a bit of cinnamon.
I have to take.
Teresa, yours looks amazing. Sorry.
Where's Teresa?
Let's see it.
Jess, can I just ask you, what were we using the muscovado sugar for?
Okay, the muscovado sugar is for the caramel.
We put sugar on top of this.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but we're gonna just do it separately because of the miso thing. I just thought to make a salted caramel thingy. So that's okay.
Sorry.
We still got all our bits.
Great, thank you.
I was so prepared that I put all the sugars into different bowls, and now I don't know which is which.
No, that's fine. Everything will be in the next recipe. Did you Teresa, have you poked holes in your tart? Have you poked
No, I haven't.
Yeah, okay, because you're going to get a soggy top if you don't. Perfect. Has everybody poked the top of their pie?
Yeah.
Fab. Right, we're going to go in the oven, all right?
Everyone lift theirs up. What do yours look like?
Oh.
Show us.
That's ridiculous.
Like I still left the paper attached.
It'll still work, Orla, don't worry. Right, ladies, we're going in the oven. Let's go.
Okay. For how long?
For about 25 minutes.
Okay. Till 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. Until we have something that I prepared earlier.
I know she would.
Something that looks like that.
Oh my God.
None of ours are going to look like that.
Okay, so no, but practice makes perfect. So you'll get there.
Yeah.
Yes, the oven's 185, right? That's the
Yeah, pop it down to 180.
180.
180.
Yeah.
Open the oven and realize
Okay.
I have dinner in there. Not my.
Are you okay,
It's
Clover?
in.
I'm fine. So just the dinner's burnt. I forgot that there was dinner in the oven and I've had it on 200. Oops. Not mine. I've eaten, so it's fine.
Oh, well, then it's grand.
Wow, looks fab, Baron, Jack. Maggie Stevenson, that looks professional.
All my doing.
And Orla, wow.
I think they can see, but it wasn't very. Okie dokie. Right, we're going to make our miso butterscotch.
Oh,
okay.
Here,
What do
okay.
we need?
Yeah.
So we just need a saucepan. Yep. Saucepan, and I think we need like 100 grams
of butter.
100 grams of butter.
100 grams of muscovado sugar.
And then 100 grams of muscovado sugar.
It's not really muscovado.
Put that down. Everybody's got a bottle of Jameson there. Can you see that? That's not muscovado sugar, ladies.
Brown sugar.
Okay, so I've got my muscovado. On the pot, so you need to, because we're going to cook this. Okay, we're just going to put this on the top.
Jess, just with the oven, is it 180 for fan or just regular? Is it
180 degrees? Yeah, just regular.
Okay.
Yeah. Or fan bake, whatever you. I've got mine on fan bake, so.
Okay.
I'm forgetting all my New Zealand terms. Right, so we have that. We're going to just stir that until it makes a nice sauce, and the muscovado sugar will combine into like a bubbly caramel in the pot. And then we're going to add the cream to that, and then the bit of miso. And if you don't have miso, just you can add rum to it. You can add more whiskey to the sauce just to whisk it up, some salt to make a salted caramel. Is everybody okay there? Everybody got their pans on?
Yeah.
Like a medium heat?
Yeah, because you have to be careful. You don't want to burn it.
Jack's just had a moment of panic.
It's okay, just you have to stir it all the time. Just if you have a thin pot, just keep on stirring it. How much cream? I'm using around 200 mils, I think it is in the recipe.
Yeah.
How much miso? Just a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon, Orla. Like,
Orla's
that's
trying
a
to
good
poison us.
People eat it. You can't get poisoned by it.
Death by miso.
Okay, and I'm going to show you how it all comes together in a sec. Okay, so it's going to start coming together like that. See? Can everyone see that? Great, cool. Like it. Okay, and then we're just going to, once it's together, we're just going to add the cream. And it's done. And then you get a lovely thick caramel sauce. And I love this sauce because at Christmas time you can pour it over pavs, you can make it with rum, you can make it with whiskey. It's just an all-round good one. Getting it out.
Jess, do you want to tell everybody about your cookbook?
Yeah, of course. So I started writing a book because in Ireland, I don't know about New Zealand, but in Ireland during lockdown, quite a few things happened. Really good things happened, like everybody started baking, buying free-range eggs. But then we had a small problem with racism. The numbers of racist attacks are on the rise and stuff like that. So I was like, we need to do something about this. And we need to get it to kids at a young age to kind of just focus on all these nationalities coming into Ireland and really focus on, hey, everyone's different and that's cool as well. So I came up with the idea of, well, first of all, I was like, how can I get to kids? How can I talk to kids about racism and that it's cool to be different and have different accents and stuff like that? And then I was like, well, the only thing that I can get kids to do to get them preoccupied is basically give them a cookie. So for their attention span. So I came up with the idea. I was like, why don't I write a book called The United Nations of Cookies? So therefore the reflection would be different. Like, so everybody's a different cookie from all different countries. So I got all the top chefs in Ireland to give me cookie recipes. And so I've like written them all in a book, and the book's going to be out next year with William Blaster. And it's called The United Nations of Cookies, and all the proceeds are going to go into schools. So it's basically like a book that you can buy, and I think they're going to be like the size of a Ladybird book. I don't know if you remember the Ladybird books. So yeah, they'll be the size of a Ladybird book, but also you'll be able to buy a book for somebody that can't afford a book. So amongst the names, you'll be able to donate a book, and you'll be able to put your name down on an email list. If you can't afford a book, then that book will slowly be sent out once the donations keep on coming forward, to create awareness that it's cool to be different, you know?
That's amazing. You'll have to
Yeah.
get ready for a big order from New Zealand, I think. We're all going to be.
I hope so. Well, I'm hoping to do a tour when I'm back in Wairoa. When I'm back visiting Mum in Wairoa, I could do like a bit of a bookshop signing. But yeah, no, I've got a lot of help with the book. Yeah, obviously your Auntie Susanna is the Iranian cookie from Sligo, but like we have all sorts. We have Brad, our New Zealand ambassador, Brad Burgess. He's doing the Anzac biscuit. So I don't know if you guys know Brad, but Brad actually bakes us biscuits for Waitangi Day himself. And then we get them delivered in the post.
That's epic.
So it's pretty cool.
Teresa, we're going to have to up our game in the embassy, I think.
I think so. That's a pretty cool idea, Jess, with the book.
Yeah.
We'd definitely love to see it out here.
Can I ask a question about the sauce?
Yes.
Yes, me too.
Is it staying on the hob, or is it coming off the hob? Or
No, coming off the hob. Coming off the hob.
But it looks really thin.
Coming off the hob, okay.
Yeah, Amy, mine's pure liquid as well.
Grand.
It's lovely, but it's pure liquid.
Haven't tried it.
Okay, well then just reduce it a bit.
Okay.
I boiled it for ages and I got a bit thicker.
Yeah.
Do you wait till it cools down before you add the cream?
No, you can add the cream straight away.
Oh,
but
I've
just
already.
It's going to be hot.
I'd say I'd
Should it look kind of?
Oh man, that looks, yeah, I see what you mean. That's superb.
Yeah,
It
like,
smells delicious.
Even if you cook a ginger sponge.
Should it be kind of like that?
Yeah, I mean, that's still good, but like, I mean, I don't know if I use an extra dark Muscovado and you guys.
Yeah, ours isn't as dark as yours, look.
Yeah, I just use brown sugar, sorry.
Mine actually looks like caramel.
Yeah, that looks great.
It smells like butterscotch. Oh, it's lovely.
It does.
So I'm going to get ready to serve.
Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
Jess, can you courier us some of that? That looks epic and nothing like what we made.
But like, I mean, like if you put whiskey or rum in it, it's just amazing as well. Or any kind of like Frangelico or anything like that. So I'm just going to lift out a slice here. Can you see the?
Oh, nice.
I have there, and we're just going to serve it with the butterscotch and a bit of pouring cream because.
Wow.
Oh. So you get beautiful double cream there. We only get cream.
Because if you're going to eat it, that's it. Right, has everybody got their timers on? How's their pies looking?
Another 15 minutes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Great. I'm just going to clear the decks, and then I'm going to.
I didn't time mine, so will someone just give me a general idea?
4 minutes, mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 9 o'clock now.
Right. I think it was 9:25 too. I went in.
Yeah, so you'll know. So that.
Basically, if it's golden brown and bubbling away. And Ethna Sweeney there just said she recently saw double cream in there somewhere. But it smells amazing.
I said you're lucky because you get double cream, but I'm delighted with the smell. Mine smells just like butterscotch. I'm blown
class.
away.
You need. And then also this freezes. So you can chuck it in freezer. Yeah, cool it down, chuck it in freezer bags, and then just like
cool
gently defrost it. So there's no waste on it.
Well, there's only 2 of us here at the moment, me and him. And if I eat that whole pie and all that butterscotch sauce, I'm going to be fat as a fool. And I can't, And I'm a baker, so I baked a massive brownie slab yesterday. So
yeah, we don't want that those lockdown stones.
I don't want them lockdown hips, no.
No.
And do you deliver to your neighbours?
I do, yeah. Delivered some over to one of the other mammies today who isn't in the best of form, so I delivered some brownie over to her today.
Okay, right. While we're here, we're going to talk about lockdown cocktails.
Yeah.
Oh.
And obviously, because it's the Irish New Zealand embassy, that Jameson is the number one that you could probably get in New Zealand. That's quite handy to get, and you can get apple juice. Okay. So, and you can get cinnamon. Really? So we're going to start.
Was it apple juice, not apple cider?
It's apple cider, but this is an American recipe. So if you're using apple cider, perfect. Oh, you got the magnets? Yeah. Perfect. Just put it in and just be careful when you shake it up, okay? Because you're on the Tullamore Dew. Excellent. Just be careful when you shake it up because, it's going to fizz. Maybe.
Okay.
We want ice.
Yeah. Yes. Your miso has a little bit of seaweed. That's okay. You'll probably get a Michelin star for that in Ireland. Okay, so I'm going to. I have my NutriBullet smoothie thing. It's used for nothing.
Can I check, is there measurements or are we just piling some in?
Well, I like to call this lockdown cocktails because it's pretty much like a free ball. So
I think you and I should have a beer together.
So it's basically 2 ounces of whiskey and 2 ounces of whiskey and 3 ounces of apple cider. So 2 ounces.
Yes, the question we've gotten, is that a portion for 1 or for 2?
Oh, good question. Good question.
Depends who you're asking.
I go to.
Three of Jameson, Jess, and how much of the cider?
So it's two whiskey, 3 apple cider, a squeeze of lemon, and a pinch of cinnamon.
Pinch of cinnamon.
Yeah. We're just going to shake that up. Somewhere. I don't have glasses, so for universal. Right. Do you take your fancy glass?
Oh.
What glasses are everyone using?
Mary's. Irish cream.
Cheers, Teresa. Cheers, Jess.
Cheers, guys. Slanja.
Cheers.
Cheers, Slanja.
Mine smells like apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, same here.
What?
It's actually nice.
Oh my God.
I like the frothy bit tickles the top of your lip.
Yeah, you could basically use this as juice cleanse because it does taste like apple cider vinegar a small bit.
Mm-hmm. It's very tart.
It is. But
Right,
like if you're eating it with if you're eating it with the butterscotch and the cream, then and the apple tart, then I think it matches itself.
Sour.
You see, a nice hot cup of berries and an apple tart and a butterscotch cream would be more than me. You know,
Sorry, Jane.
I think I should have put more whiskey in it.
How come yours got so frothy? Mine? Not frothy at all. Yeah.
Oh, just because I just shook it as fast as I could. Yeah.
Wow, look at that. So mine's not like that at all.
Wait, did you use the NutriBullet, so that creates a lot of the froth, doesn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Maggie's got it. There's a lot of cleaning as you go.
Check my tart.
My OCD coming out of me.
OCD. I put the whiskey in the caramel. That's okay.
Paddy, I need you in my kitchen. You don't want to see what's going on in here.
Oh, you don't want to see what's here as well.
I found a cup of sugar that I didn't use, and I don't know when.
Yeah, I did too. How is that? That was, I think, the recipe. The filling called for a lot of sugar.
That was to sprinkle on the apples.
On the apples.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I just did a light sprinkle. I didn't use it. Okay. Good to know.
But you know, like half the cakes that I make in Kai, I take about 200 grams of sugar out of them because they actually don't need it.
Yeah.
No, they don't. Oh.
You know, and then some American recipes are like really, really sweet. So then I take loads of sugar out as well.
You can always add the sugar anyway at the end.
Well, with the butterscotch and stuff like that. Like,
Jess,
you know.
Is it an American thing to use oil in baking?
It kind of depends what you're baking, I guess. Yeah, well, you know, like carrot cakes and stuff like that would use like oil, and apple cakes and stuff like that. But then you're using baking soda as well, so it's a different chemical reaction than what it is with baking powder.
Hey, Jess.
Yes. I've never used oil in baking before I went to the States. And now really? I see it in lots of things. Yeah, it was always just butter or margarine. Yeah,
a lot of
never
people, I
oil.
suppose, are going dairy free. So I know
Yeah,
Nadia
vegan
Lim.
as well.
Yeah.
Nadia Lim does a brilliant chocolate cake, Jess, and that's dairy free, and she uses oil because I think both her boys are vegan.
Okay. Yeah.
And she uses like a cup of oil.
Yeah,
in
no,
a cake.
yeah, you can.
Wow.
Yeah, you can make really moist cakes with oil, especially chocolate cakes as well. But like even like, you know, we do like a really nice moist pumpkin and ginger cake as well, which is lovely, and that's oil as well.
Ooh, sounds nice.
So it just really depends what, like, that's the American baking style. It depends whether or not you follow kind of British or, you know, American baking styles, really. And ours and Kai are more traditional. They're more kind of Kiwi Irish, Edmund's cooking book, you know.
Amy, you guys were doing a cooking book in the Mummies, were you? Sort of collating different recipes or?
I think there's been talk of it for the last few years. So yes, there definitely is. There is someone collating it at the minute, but off the top of my head, I'm really sorry, I can't remember the name. But it is definitely being discussed on the group as it's been discussed before. I think one of the things is that I'm sure, Jess, you get is it's so expensive to be able to publish something, you know, even a self-publish. How did you find that process?
Oh, stop. Well, I've been turned down by every publisher in Ireland twice for the Kai cookbook. And it's all on Instagram followers now. So if you don't have whatever, it doesn't matter what, you know, what skill you have, what skill set you have. It's all about what followers you have on social media. So, yeah, but like there's a real left field publishing company called Blaster Books, which I'll put the Irish Mummies in touch with. And they are a Irish publishing house that they're in Louth, I think. And they'll be publishing the United Nations of Cookies, but they'll also be doing the Kai cookbook as well. And it's basically an American woman that got sick of kind of like the Irish publishers not like letting women's voices come through, or people that weren't from here. So we have like a Mexican cookbook coming out by Lily, who's Mexican Irish. We have dumplings coming out by Kuangi Chang, he's like Hong Kong Chinese Donegal. Yeah. So we have one called Hot Fat coming out by the Gastro Gaze. And then we have the United Nations of Cookies. So we've got quite a lot of like amazing kind of second generation food writers coming up and getting published.
I have to say the stuff that is going on in our group is basically the stuff from home. Obviously you're missing stuff from home as well. Yeah. And I've just got a message to say I'm talking to you in my posh accent, so I'll try and revert back to the non-posh accent. You know, I'm getting hounded.
Amy, where are you from, Amy?
I'm from Derry. Sorry, did we miss you there? I'm from Derry in the north.
You're from Derry. Okay, so I'm obsessed with Jammy Joey's and
missed the last one.
Jammy Joey's and 15s are my favorite ever.
15s is quite a conversation in New Zealand. Like I remember the conversation. No one here understands what a 15 is.
Oh well, yeah.
Well, you've got to bring back.
15 is a lolly cake. Kind of, basically, but I'd say that's where the lolly cake came from.
That's good. We'll claim that. Thank you. We'll be like Australia and take that from you, no problem.
Yeah,
time for the pies out, I think.
Oh no,
yeah, I just heard of 15s when I moved here.
Oh, are we golden brown? Is all the pies golden brown, ladies? And also, I think the Jammy Joey might have spurred on the Lamington, but
I don't know what a Jammy Joey is.
Jammy Joey's. Oh, you need to Google it after you finish here. It's like a sponge rolled in jam and then coconut. One of my good friends is from Coleraine and Paula McIntyre, and I found a book on Ulster cooking and I sent it to her. But like it was all Jammy Joey's and everything like that in it. It was gas. So how are we looking? Is everybody's tart golden brown?
I think I need a minute.
I'm going to give mine another 2 minutes, maybe.
Okay.
I need another 5, nearly.
I think I might have gone a bit thick on the top.
Listen, like everybody with that butterscotch sauce as well, you can hide all sorts of things. Sharon is asking me how long I've been in Galway. I've been in Galway about 16 or 17 years, as you can tell by the accent. My Galwegian accent isn't rubbing off, and I think for some weird reason during the 7-month lockdown that we had, my accent kind of converted itself back into a really thick New Zealand accent, because I went back to work and everybody was like, what are you talking about?
I think we get that here as well, because you did more time talking to home probably. You know,
Yeah.
if I come off a weekend where I've been with friends or I've been talking to people back home, the accent's strong, really strong.
Oh yeah, totally.
But you know, if you're in an office or whatever, yeah, you're talking to Kiwis, so therefore our accent sort of changes.
We slow
Yeah,
down.
and when I go back to Wairau, and I normally go back to Wairau and stay in Wairau for a month, I come back and everybody's like, whoa, where have you been? So it's always funny.
She just said to reduce it. Well, I can't get it out every time I try it.
What brought you to Galway, Jess? Someone's just asked.
Well, I just saw the ads on TV and I went, where's that place? It looks pretty cool. And we moved here. As you do. I was living in Dublin. I was working in Dublin. I worked in Dublin for a year at Taunton's, and you can only work at a 2 Michelin star for so long before you hit burnout stage. And yeah, and then I just saw the Fulcher Island adverts, you know, move to the west. They were trying to populate the west in 2007 and 2006. So yeah, packed up the car and sat there with a pot plant in my lap and drove to Galway, and then that was it. But I love Galway.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. We lived in Furbo when we lived at home. We had both our boys in Galway.
Did ya?
Yeah, love Furbo.
I love Furbo too, and actually quite a lot of our veggies come from Furbo.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, there's a little Irish like organic farm called Ongary Glass that we get our veggies from. You can follow them on Instagram actually, and they're all based in Furbo.
All right, okay. Yep, new. That sounds new. I feel like I've lost touch because my sister still lives out there though.
Is she?
Yep, she still lives out in Knockavody.
Because that's where you know, Trish McCambridge from McCambridge's Strawberries.
Yeah, the McCambridges are from just up the road.
McCambridge's Strawberries. Yeah, so that's where all the strawberries are grown that they sell in the shop.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah.
Trish grows them all. You can't see them from the road, but Trish grows them all at the back.
Oh, right, okay. Because we missed McCambridge's brown bread when we came over here.
Oh, did you?
Oh my God, we loved it.
Next one we'll do my brown bread and Kai, because I got taught my brown bread by Anne Amalia, who owns Amalia's House of Fashion, which is an Arran Island sweater shop in town. So she taught me how to make brown bread when I first moved to Galway.
Yeah. No measuring.
No, well, there is for mine because I have to make so much. You know, because we have to make it for the restaurant. So yeah. How's everybody's thighs looking?
Another few minutes.
Five more minutes for us, Jess, I would say.
2 more minutes for me.
Great.
Looking good.
So there's my one that I made with you. See all the lovely apple juice coming out of it. My 2 neighbors, actually I have 3 neighbors all in their 80s. They are going to lose their mind when I knock on their door at 11 o'clock. They'll be like, what's this crazy woman doing? So then I'll probably end up outside.
You bring them pie.
Yeah. So it was gas because during lockdown I cooked for all the kind of, obviously we had Meals on Wheels going on, but then I cooked every Friday. I'd cook a treat for all the old lads living by themselves down our street. And it was it was one guy that I didn't even know who I was cooking for until I met them at the Beer House for a pint, and it happened to be John Behan, you know, the famous Irish sculptor. Yeah, so he was like, I really enjoyed them pies. I was like, John, I didn't even know I was delivering them to you, because I hired my friend's
Look at
child.
them.
Yeah, I hired my friend's child for like 5, because he was at school, and she was like, help me. So I took Ani for 3 hours and just gave him everybody's address and looped like meal bags around his hands, and then he dropped them all off. So yeah.
Have you had many celebrities come into your restaurant, Jess, or can you not share?
Oh no, yeah, no, I can, because they've been and gone. I don't know if they'll come back again. But sure, we've had, you're here, you can help me. We've had Macklemore, the singer. I'm going to take you to the candy shop. We've had, we've had Tim Finn. So that's it.
We had loads of guys.
We've basically had not Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones. We've had the whole of Game of Thrones.
We've had the Irish rugby
My
team.
favourites.
I cooked for all of the Irish rugby team.
Nice.
They pulled up. We had guarded cars on each end of the street, and they pulled up in the team bus. Who else? Kean Healy. Nicola Coughlin.
Dairy Girls.
Oh yeah, Nicola Coughlin from Dairy Girls. We had the nun from Dairy Girls. I can't remember her name. She's fantastic. Yeah, loads of Andrew McCarthy from Mannequin in the 90s, which was really weird, because I remember like watching that TV show on the bus going to visit my Auntie Sally in Brisbane, and I was holding on to my granny's hand, and I was like, I can't believe that like Stephen McCarthy's interviewing me now. Yeah, loads of people from the Film Flower and like top directors, and then we have the literary festival as well, so loads of top writers. And
yeah, Galway's fab for that.
Yeah, we've had Murray from Flight of the Conchords.
Oh wow.
So yeah, not that many like famous Kiwis, but loads of famous Irish people.
The All Blacks will be there soon.
Yeah, well, Dave's going to go and see the All Blacks this weekend.
Yeah, in Wales.
In Cardiff.
Yeah.
And I'll be cooking at the New Zealand Embassy when they come and visit Ireland.
Excellent.
Yeah. And then, yeah, so that's going to be good fun. And I actually cooked for Leo at the Irish residence a couple of weeks ago.
Nice.
Yeah, and he hand wrote me a letter.
Was it just him, or was it him and the husband? The husband is gas crack.
No, no, I was kind of in the kitchen just cooking. But it was, I got to meet him. I gave him a pair of Kai socks, because we have our own brand of socks. And I know he loves socks. So, and then, yeah, it sent me I had the official letter with the gold harp on it. So that was really cool. So yeah, and I think maybe some of the All Blacks are going to be there. I'm not sure. I kind of get told to go and cook, and that's it.
That's amazing. Well done.
Yeah.
That's so
yeah,
cool.
No, it's really cool. Like the New Zealand Embassy is doing a really good job over here. It's really fun to work with them and do bits, because we haven't been able to do anything at all, you know, obviously during lockdown. So yeah.
Pies are out. Clodagh, you might want to check your pie. It's 25 minutes. Oh, let's see.
Clodagh, show us.
Has everyone come out?
But
yeah, mine is out. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Very lumpy.
Yeah, but like, so is mine. That's what it's supposed to do. It takes the shape of the apples.
Yeah.
Here's mine.
Wow. Amazing. Oh, Amy.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Wow.
Lovely. Got her into
Or
the
like,
old
love yours with the parchment.
That's brilliant. Orla, how's the parchment?
It tastes lovely, stuck in parts of it, but no, it's great.
We're all going to have knocks in our door pretty soon.
Look, you're going to be the envy of all the Irish mummies.
I know.
You don't have anybody.
We have to have you in our kitchens every night, every week.
I'll be back. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I can't believe how well the pies turned out, considering that there's... How about yours, Amy, from Sharon? Where's Amy?
We need to see yours up close and personal, Amy.
Where's Amy?
Oh.
Nice.
I'm inspired now not to frozen pastry anymore.
Yeah, no, it's so easy, but like make the pastry up, keep it in the freezer. You get like freeze all this down, no waste, no messing around.
Yeah.
Hound, there was one question there. Yes, Colin Farrell is on Inishmore. He's actually staying with the lady that gets all the crab for Kai on Inishmore called Neve and Bertie. So yeah, Colin Farrell and Glendon Gleeson are actually staying at Neve's sister-in-law's house.
Gleeson.
So yeah.
That's actually coming out.
So the movie that they're filming is The Banshee of Inisheer.
Oh, cool.
And what I know is that they're filming some in Inishmore and then the rest on Achill.
Nice.
So they built a massive cottage and everything. Yeah. They built a massive cottage and everything like that on Inishmore that they're going to take away again. It's like an old Irish cottage. It's beautiful.
Are we serving this? Or do we let it cool? Am I too eager?
Put it back in.
Just checking, the sauce is lovely.
I think that would be a nice way to wrap up. Why not? We'll serve ourselves quickly. Let's do it.
Is everybody eating them?
Not quite.
No, we just put ours back in
Yes.
because the apples weren't 100% cooked.
Oh yeah.
So we're just gonna chill out.
Yes, Karen, seriously, the whiskey and the sauce. Yeah, the whiskey and the sauce is amazing. And also as I said, rum as well is fab. But yeah, the whiskey and the sauce, and you can actually pour that over ice cream as well. So
Nice.
yeah, beautiful.
Just doing a snapshot here to put up for our members so that they can see. Woohoo.
Yeah, we're going to put, and there's a question just around the recording. We're going to put it up on the Friends of Ireland, aren't we?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'll put it
Great to see so many.
website too.
Right, fab. And then also, guys, if you want some more recipes as well, I'll be filming for the Irish Times over December, a whole like Christmas spread. And if you're following Sheridan's Instagram page, I actually put recipes up on Sheridan's Instagram page as well. So just in case you're bored and you need more recipes or you want to do something special on a Friday night or whatever, feel free to get in touch. And if you can't find the ingredients, let me know and I can help you out finding ingredients and the equivalent.
Cool.
Jess, what we could do is we can put all those things and then we'll send a little email around to people tomorrow just with all those things.
Jack,
Jack's ready to
Jack,
get
what do you
in.
reckon, mate?
Yeah.
Jack's tucking in. Jack, have you got your on there, Jack?
What is it?
The dairy people are already eating.
Look, don't be slagging the dairy people too hard. There's
I love
too
them.
many of
I love them.
them all Donegal on there.
I'm fairly impressed with the apron action going on too, ladies.
Cheddar Gas, Housewife of the Year.
Oh my God, Orla, that's amazing. I need to take a photo of that.
Hairy babies you can get when you're 7.
Here.
1990, like my mother.
Oh, that's so good. I had the fecature, it's grand one, but it was a bit dirty. I thought I might make a show of myself if I put it on.
Well, the bad thing with this is that my mother was in
Shows
Gas Housewife of the Year in 1990. And then
Is that right?
and then I got the apron. She was in the regional finals in 1990 and won. And then I got the apron randomly from a friend like 3 Christmases ago. And I was like,
what did she win?
Wow.
The Housewife of the Year.
Yeah, what did they win?
Someone remembered the Housewife of the Year, right?
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So she was in it in 1990.
She won it. Wow.
Did
she get an oven or something? I remember seeing a picture of a woman with
you got a
or something.
Yeah.
Oh.
What did she win?
Yes. Like a year's worth of gas and like to feed your gas oven. Something mad. But like
but you used to get all the cooking set as well, the whole beautiful baking set and all the pots.
Yeah,
and
you got your kitchen aid.
Like you got your kit, everything.
Yeah, you got your Kenwood thing. All gone now. But
yeah, it was nearly as big as Green Shield stamps, for Christ's sake.
And it's hard to believe that existed like 30 years ago. There was a Housewife of the Year.
I know.
Wouldn't be allowed now.
Yeah. You need to bring it back.
Yeah, they do. There's nothing wrong with being a housewife. I'm quite happy, you know.
I wouldn't win it. I keep on leaving the immersion on for days.
Yeah, but you're supposed to leave the immersion on, Jess.
The one rule.
Why does everybody freak me out about turning the immersion off?
Because, listen, I said to my dad when I was there 2 years ago, Jess, and he said, are you turning the immersion on? I said, I am. And for the 3 months I'm here, I'm not turning it off. It's like a kettle. Every time you turn the immersion off, you have to start from freezing cold water and heat it up. If you leave it on, it's a freaking farce. It's a scam by the power companies in Ireland. So my dad now leaves his on, he never turns it off. And he said his power bill is reduced.
The immersion was turned on this morning at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, well, that's grand. Leave it on. Because all you're doing is heating that freezing cold water. I know. Sure, what would they joke about if they left the immersion on all right? You know?
I don't know, but I'm not really the most Catholic person, but I get this like imprint of guilt every time I walk away and I've left it on. And Dave was like, you left it on again.
That's very Catholic guilt. How long have you been there?
It's not his fault, Jess. It's imprinted on him.
No, I'm actually guilty about everything.
Jesus Christ, you're not even 10 years there and they've converted you to Catholicism and guilt. Holy cow. Just fantastic. Just fantastic. Yeah. Well, I've had a ball. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jess.
No worries. Anytime, ladies.
And thank you so much to the Irish Mammies and for everyone for joining in.
Yeah.
It was an amazing group.
And I think, Amy, we're going to put it on your brand new
we'll put it on the website. Yes, and we will have any of those submissions that you send through. I think you said we're giving away prizes for the best the best layout or the best. So just to check to everybody, she cannot taste it. And if it is like a sponge or a cushion covered in stuff, she won't know.
April's not cooked.
She won't know.
Yeah, we'll put all those up as well, Farron.
So that'll be up on the Irish Mummies website.
irishmummies.co.nz from tomorrow.
Brilliant.
And I've just tagged it into the Auckland Irish Society, and I've tagged you, Jess, and I've tagged the embassy as well. So I put a couple of photos up there as well. So
excellent.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Enjoy your cakes. Hopefully there's not too many knocks at the door for it.
Enjoy the cakes and the whiskey.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jess.
Lovely
Thanks, everyone.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.